Emily spent her whole life shrinking for men, smiling through pain, apologizing for things that were not her fault, giving until there was almost nothing left. And the worst part, everyone told her that was what a good woman does. But something was changing slowly, painfully, and for the first time in her life, Emily was beginning to ask a dangerous question. What if they were all wrong? Daniel stood close to her. Too close. "You are forgetting your place," he said coldly. Emily stared at him silently. And suddenly she heard it again, her mother's voice. "Be patient. Don't challenge a man. Men leave difficult women." Her chest tightened. Because for years she thought those words protected women. Now they sounded like chains. 5 a.m. Emily wakes up exhausted again, cooking, cleaning, preparing Daniel's clothes. Meanwhile, Daniel was snoring loudly like a retired emperor with no kingdom. Emily rushes to work late again. At work, she leads meetings, signs contracts, commands respect. Everyone listens when Emily speaks, but at home, she asks permission to breathe. One evening, Daniel invites his friends over without telling her. Emily returns from work exhausted. The house is dirty. Men laughing loudly. Bottles everywhere. Daniel smiles casually. "Babe, cook something for the guys." Silence. One of his friends. "Bro, your woman looks tired." Daniel laughs. "She talks too much these days. I'm fixing that." Emily forces a smile, walks into the kitchen, then quietly cries while cutting onions. And for the first time, she realizes this man does not love her, he's using her. Emily visits her mother hoping for comfort. Instead, her mother notices the tension immediately. "What did you do this time?" Emily stares at her in disbelief. "Mom, why is it always my fault?" Her mother sighs dramatically. "Because men are difficult to keep. Marriage is suffering. Endure it. That's womanhood." Emily feels something crack inside her. Not loudly, but deeply. Nikita, Emily's bestie, arrives unexpectedly. Stylish, confident, unbothered. She looks at Emily carefully. She looks exhausted. Emily laughs weakly. "I'm trying to be a good woman." Nikita bursts out laughing. "A good woman?" She points around the house. "You pay the bills, you cook, you clean, you suffer. So what exactly is he doing besides aging in your apartment?" Emily laughs for real this time, then suddenly starts crying. Because deep down, she knows Nikita is right. That night, Emily looks at herself in the mirror. Long silence. Then she whispers, "When did I disappear?" Powerful pause. She remembers every apology, every humiliation, every moment she abandoned herself to keep a man comfortable. And suddenly, she feels angry. Not emotional, not sad, angry. And honestly, it terrifies her. Daniel comes back drunk again, demanding, aggressive. "There's no food?" Emily sits quietly on the couch. "No." He freezes. "No?" Silence is heavy. "You've changed," he snaps. Emily nods slowly. "Yes." Daniel starts shouting, blaming, calling her disrespectful, ungrateful, difficult. And suddenly, Emily starts laughing. Not because it's funny, but because for the first time, she sees him clearly. Not powerful, not masculine, just deeply entitled. "You needed me small," she says quietly, "because that's the only way you could feel big." Silence. Daniel is stunned. "You think you're better than me now?" Emily stands still, calm, too calm, and somehow that makes him even angrier. "You'll never find another man." Emily looks around slowly. At the apartment, at the furniture, the walls she paid for, the life she built. Then she says quietly, "This is my house." Silence. Daniel coughs. "What?" Emily steps closer. Not emotional, not shaken, just done. "I bought this couch. I pay the rent, I pay the bills, and I'm tired of financing my own suffering. Daniel laughs nervously, trying to regain control. You can't be serious. Emily walks to the door calmly, opens it. I'm very serious. He stares at her, waiting for her to back down like he always did before, but she doesn't. And suddenly, for the first time, Daniel realizes something terrifying. Emily is no longer afraid of losing him. Get out. Silence. Heavy silence. You're throwing me out over an argument? Emily shakes her head slowly. No. I'm throwing you out because I finally remembered this life belongs to me too. Daniel starts shouting again, blaming her, calling her selfish, ungrateful, difficult. But Emily barely reacts now because once a woman truly wakes up, the manipulation stops sounding powerful. It starts sounding predictable. Daniel grabs his bag angrily, still expecting her to stop him, to apologize, to shrink again. But Emily simply stands by the door, watching quietly, and when he finally leaves, she closes the door gently. No dramatic collapse, no tears, just silence. Emily looks around her home. Then, for the first time in years, she smiles freely. Not because she found a man, but because she finally found herself. Her mother calls repeatedly. Emily finally answers. Are you really leaving your relationship because of pride? Emily closes her eyes, breathes slowly, then says, No, Mom, I'm leaving because I finally realized my life matters too. Silence. For the first time ever, her mother has no answer. Weeks later, Emily enters her office, confident, peaceful, different. Nikita smiles, watching her. There she is. Emily smiles softly. Not small, not apologetic, not shrinking, just herself. Emily spent her whole life believing love required sacrifice, and maybe it does, but it doesn't demand your voice, never your dignity, never yourself, because the right people will never require you to disappear just to make them comfortable. Engage with this so the story will be recommended to people who might really need to hear this. Follow for more of these educational stories.